Okay, new year, new review. Let's see what we got here. There's the Super Smash Bros. Series? Maybe another time. Final Fantasy 7? Too long for my taste. Also not the time for that. Bubsy 2? No. Why not? Oops! I mean, yeah! Like I mentioned in my Sonic Mania review, now that I think about it, everything's leading back to that review. It's a little scary. My favorite Sonic game of all time are Sonic Mania and Sonic CD. And by the way, still request Final Silver Fights! It was made for the Mega CD, an add-on to the Sega Mega Drive, and probably the only good game for that add-on in my opinion. I mean, have you seen any of those games? Maybe it would have been better if they haven't focused on full motion video and everything. I mean, if you push it too far, too early, it won't look good. And especially if nearly all the games copy each other. Why would you do that? I'm sorry, what was I talking about? After the fast success of Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm funny! Development started for Sonic 2 with most of Sega moving to America. You know, the land of burgers, TV, and Atari! And everyone else who stayed in Japan were making their own version of Sonic 2, simply known as Sonic CD. I still find it funny to think that one of the best Sonic games of all time is on what's considered to be one of the terrible Sega consoles. And so it was released on the 23rd of September 1993 in Japan, the 18th of October 1993 in Europe, and the 19th of November 1993 in North America. It was also ported for the PC 3 years later with a few minor differences, but I'll explain them later. So, why is this one of my favorite Sonic games of all time rivaling up with Sonic Mania? And is it good, especially considering it's on this? Well, put on your colorful caps and let's go back to the future. First things first, the opening is amazing, even with the low quality power of the Mega CD. And it has one of the best music in any Sonic game ever. Yeah, now that's what you call a sweet opening. Moving on, the story begins with Sonic going to see a little planet. A tiny planet that is said to freely move through time and appears for 1 month every year. But it turns out that Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik, or Robotonic, has changed the little planet to a mountain and turned it into his own base. So now it's up to Sonic to defeat Eggman, save Little Planet, and Sonic's planet too. Soon in the game, you'll meet Amy Rose, a pink hedgehog who has a huge crush on Sonic. But later, she gets kidnapped by a robotic version of Sonic, called Metal Sonic, built by Dr. Robotonic. He is also the best character in the whole Sonic universe. Like this video if you agree, and you agree, so better like this video and subscribe to this channel. If you don't do anything, that means you hate Metal Sonic, and I won't appreciate it if you hate Metal Sonic. Can I just have a day where I don't have to yell at things? Just please like this video so I don't have to yell at you. So not only does he have to save Little Planet, but Amy too. No problem, Sonic. With a little courage, you can do anything. Do I get my lunch break? I should also mention that the Mega CD gives the ability to save your progress. Hey, you know what my save file is called? 48! Let's talk about the controls for a minute. It's mostly like Sonic 1, except with a new move, the Super Peel Out. Basically, you hold up an A, and Sonic goes into the sweet animation. And once you let go, Sonic is going fast at the cost of taking damage since he isn't in a 360 ball of destruction. Still pretty cool to watch. Go! The spin dash from Sonic 2 also makes a return, although it doesn't work as well. You see, in Sonic 2, you could do a quick one really easily with the option to go faster if you repeatedly press the A button. But in here, you have to hold it and wait till it's ready. If you let go before then, nothing will happen. So I recommend doing a super peel out and then immediately pressing down to roll. This game also introduces one new big mechanic: time travel. Back in time, yes. Spyro flies away. Come back, I missed you. Once you go past one of these signposts, you will be able to go backwards or forwards in time. However, there's a problem with this. You can't just go past them and then boom, equal the dolphin moment. Actually, don't think about that. The game sucks. No, you have to go at your top speed and maintain it for about 6 seconds. And if you lose your speed or come to a complete stop, it won't work and you'll have to look for another signpost. Ugh. Anyway, since you could travel through time, every zone has a past and future. The past shows the zone in its, well, past stage. They have lots of details in the past stages, like in Tidal Tempest where the water is lower there, and Stardust Speedway where there are fewer trumpets and more grassy-like stuff. In the future, it shows what happens when Robotonic succeeds in his plan, all destroyed with lots of enemies and traps and a really dull color palette. To confuse you even more, there's also a good future and a bad future. I've already explained the bad future. The good future shows what happens if Sonic succeeds in stopping Dr. Robotonic, with no enemies whatsoever and a really colorful palette. Definitely a good reward for getting a good future. How do you get the good future, you may ask? Well, there are 2 ways of getting it. One is by destroying all the robot generators in the past. You can't destroy them in the future because they are disintegrated? I don't know, it's weird. Once you do so, you will be able to ensure a good future in the level you're in. Another way of getting a good future, and thus the best ending, is collecting all the 7 time stones. Chaos Emeralds. The time stones. Like in Sonic 1, all you have to do is collect 50 rings and keep them to the end of the stage and go for a giant ring. But the special stages are anything but like Sonic 1. You have to destroy all of the UFOs, or as I like to call them, the 7 Dr. Wileys! Doing so earns you a emerald. Stone. The problem is that there's a timer, and if you don't destroy them all before times run out, you get the boots.
This boot, to be exact, it's very stinky, and you have to wear it all day.
And these Dr. Wileys move all over the place. It's like as soon as you get close, they move out your way, and you have to turn around and just waste time. I'm pretty sure those tints are self-aware. Oh, and the water makes the timer go down faster. I don't know. And all this is happening in Shredding! This is all thanks to the Mega CD's big biceps. Why is this so happening? Oh, look at that pizza. Anyway, it's time to talk about the zones. My favorite parts of a Sonic review. Palm Tree Panic is another one of those first levels. And Green Hill Zone, only with a giant ramp at the start of the level. Whee! Also, jeez, how did this happen? There's so many holes and just look at it. Nature, beautiful, peaceful, confusing. Also, along with the robot generators, there's also holograms of Metal Sonic, and destroying them does... I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's something. Collision Chaos is another casino-like zone, with bumpers and flippers. Is that what they're called? This zone is really good. Nothing else to say. Moving on. It froze. Restart the game, hit the start button, Sega logo, 2 Sonic 1, play the whole stage again! Woo! Tidal Tempest is basically Sonic 1's Labyrinth Zone. Everything about Labyrinth Zone is here. The water, the slow movements, the design, the lack of air, the frustration in everyone but me. The only difference is the music. It sounds so good and it fits the level so well. And it's probably a good time to talk about the presentation. The levels in Sonic CD looks really colorful and... well, yeah, that's all I can say about how it looks. The music is a different story though. Let me be clear. I love it. I love it. I love it! It's so poppy and catchy and just mwah! It's good. I like it so good. Put this soundtrack with James Bond. Why did I write this in the script? What was I talking about? I'm, of course, talking about the European and Japanese soundtrack. You see, when this game was going to America, Sega of America changed the soundtrack because they didn't like it. I guess. The American one is still pretty good. Definitely worth a listen. But if I had a choice between Tutu Sonic Warrior and Sonic Boom, Tutu Sonic Warrior. However, the past music was kept the same. I don't know. Anyway, where was I? Quartz Quadrant. What is this level? A cave with conveyor belts or what? It's fun, don't get me wrong, but what? Wacky Workbench is one of the most annoying levels to ever exist. The floor makes you bounce up high and the only way to make it through is to stay low. There are these stupid tins. The level isn't fun, but this is. Stardust Speedway. The whole level is nothing but trumpets, okay. It's fun, speedy, and the music here. Oh my cheese and pizza! I don't even have anything to say, just listen. I know that people mostly remember the Bad Future version of this music, but know this, the present one is the best one ever. Metallic Madness is a bit challenging. There are so many traps, so prepare to be spiked, crushed, and blown up. The only interesting bit here is that Sonic can shrink into a adorable little plushie. And that's all for the levels. And because I'm bad at transitioning, let's move on to the bosses. One thing to note here is that they're all very unique and interesting. Well, except for Palm Tree Panic's boss. Well, this is just sad. Come on, Robotonic, you know better. The Collision Chaos boss is a fight with pinball and Sonic physics. All you have to do is get to the top, and that's it. Is it hard? Well, I don't know. Some playthroughs take me a long time to beat, and others just take 10 seconds. The title Tempest boss is one of the more unique bosses. You have to keep grabbing the shield of bubbles around this boss till he's vulnerable. Quartz Quadrant's boss is another unique boss fight. Probably one of the most. Instead of trying to jump into it, you have to keep running along the conveyor belts and destroy this boss using friction. It's Science with Sonic the Hedgehog, everybody! Wacky Workbench boss is again another unique boss fight. You have to jump on these little rocks that gets bounced up by the electricity on the floor and hits Robotonic. The Stardust Speedway boss is the best boss in the game. You know why? Cause it's a race with Sonic. Oh yeah! But watch out! Dr. Robotonic has an insta-kill laser right behind you! The last boss in Metallic Madness is disappointing actually, at least for a final boss. Just hit the openings and boom! The game's beaten. You defeated Robotonic, saved Little Planet and Amy, and seen a pretty cool ending with some great music. And because I really want to get this out of the way, here's a JonTron joke.
So here we go. Got 9 lives and I'm gonna get me my 10th life. Still got 9 lives there. 9? 9? 9 is the maximum life you can get. How'd they make all of this, but they can't count higher than this? Well, damn it, I died. It would have been helpful in this case if it counted those other lives I got, because it's so damn hard to get them in the first place. Now I'm down to 9? Have I broken the game? Did they not even think anyone would get this many lives?
Something else worth mentioning, there's also a time trial mode. If you get the good ending and beat a certain time in time trial, you can unlock some cool features like all the cutscenes in the game, plus some sketches that couldn't make it into this version of the game, and the DA Garden, where you can look at Little Planet and enjoy some of the music. Plus, if you input some codes, you can get access to a level select and sound test. But oh, the fun doesn't stop there. If you input some codes in the sound test, you can look at some cool pictures. My favorite one is this. Yo, this is Sonic, the fastest DJ alive. And if you don't believe me, then you better check my archive. I'm pretty sure I could have come up with something else better. And there's also a sound test code which unlocks debug mode, which, of course, is just as fun and broken as ever. And that's Sonic CD. Still one of my favorite Sonic games for a reason. Sonic still plays as Sonic. The level layout is mostly still the same. The time travel mechanic is a neat touch, and the soundtrack is awesome regardless of which version you're playing. If you're a Sonic fan, get this. You won't regret it. However, there are other ports of this game. Why don't we take a look at them? First is the PC port, and let me tell you, it was a pain to install. Here's a little tip. Your PC will most likely not play older games very well. I had to install this thing called Sega PC Reloaded, made by a person on the internet called Kurama. Then install the whole Sonic CD soundtrack. Install a video encoder because the opening won't play without it. All to play this game! I'll probably make a tutorial video on how to do this someday in the future because it took so long for me to find out how to do this. And the only tutorial I could find about it was in another language! Anyway, this port, for whatever reason, has only the American soundtrack, no matter which region you're in. Also, as you can see here, the cutscenes have gracefully improved, looking as cool as ever. Although, if I had to say one thing, the sound mixing is, off. Also, I hear people complain about the load times in this port, but it doesn't happen here. Now, it could be that my PC is new, or the reloaded tinny here, or the fact that my Mega CD has seen better days, but there's little to no loading at all. Also no fading effect. Here's an example. Jeez, no time to blink. This particular port was also ported to Sonic's Gem Collection, and really, it's a little worse. And the sound mixing is also worse. And by the way, are these special stages running at twice their normal speed? Yeah, they are. Hands down, worst port of Sonic CD. It wasn't until 2011 where a man called Christian Whitehead released Sonic CD for iOS and Android, which then later got released for PS3, Xbox 360 and PC. This is the best version of Sonic CD ever. Built from the ground up, both soundtracks present, fully widescreen supported, the option to turn on the classic spin dash, most of the bugs fixed, smoother rotations in the special stages, the ability to play as Tails, and all just for a cheap price. Heck, it's even free on the App Store! You have to get this no matter what! Oops, I did a glitch. While I'm here, and before I go, I might as well mention an Easter egg. If you stand still for 3 minutes, Sonic will say, "I'm out here," and jump off the screen and you'll instantly get game over. Okay, I think I'm done here. I'll see you next time. So, this is Retrominimii, signing out. Hey yo, thanks for watching this review. If you liked what you see here, share this video with people you know and love, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter, I'm really sociable there. And if you want to support this channel and unlock its potential, then maybe you should consider supporting me on Patreon. You get lots of cool features like a shout out at the end of the end cards like this one, and if you pledge enough dough, you get to see my reviews a week early. Facts about this review, this script is a little bit old, I got to be honest. It's kinda up and down here. I don't know why I didn't bother changing it, but I felt, what's the harm in losing it? Okay, maybe views, or anything like that, but yeah. I really hope you enjoyed this. I'm actually a little bit proud of this review, but like every artist, I have doubts every time I upload it, so we'll see what happens. And yeah, I hope all of you are looking forward to my videos this year. Peace!